Hello and welcome to my Game Week 27 Championship predictions. Rivalries this weekend, or one rivalry I should say in Coventry City versus Leicester at 12:30. This weekend we've got some other interesting fixtures in there as well. So let's dive straight into my Championship predictions for Game Week 27. First up is West Brom versus Middlesbrough on Friday night at the Hawthorns. West Brom appointing new manager Eric Ramsey will be his first game charge of the Baggies in this one tomorrow night, of course. West Brom did get a penalty shootout win over Swansea City in the FA Cup last time out. Middlesbrough losing away at Fulham, but before that in the league, they ripped into Southampton by 4-0. In that one, Leicester did beat West Brom in the league before that, which was Ryan Mason's last game in charge. Half-time, head-to-head record, I should say. 2-0 home win for Middlesbrough back on the 21st of January 2025, with 2-1 win for Middlesbrough back earlier in the season on the 19th of September. I think that was also a Friday night game. Correct me if I'm wrong. 3 wins for Brom, 4 draws, and 8 wins for Borough in this one. Borough have been looking very, very strong so far in the Championship. Has to be said, with them sitting currently second in the table. Kim Helberg hasn't really, I don't know what to say. Like, they have been better, or similar to their form under Rob Edwards, is what I wanted to say. Anyway, West Brom sit 18th from 9th in the XG table, underperforming by 8.3 points. Middlesbrough are going to win this 3-1 away from home. I think this could be quite an easy routine away win, and the Eric Ramsey crowd won't be, West Brom crowd won't be very happy with this performance. And I think the problem's more upstairs than downstairs at West Brom. So 3-1 Borough here. Now into the M69 derby or something. I'm not sure what derby this is, but it is Coventry City. It is Leicester City, of course, at 12:30 at the CBS. Coventry haven't won in their last 4 matches in all competitions. Bit disappointing for them and Frank Lampard. Are they starting to feel the heat finally of the league getting to them, or promotion getting them to them, I should say. Back-to-back wins for Leicester over West Brom and Cheltenham. Cheltenham was in the FA Cup, mind you. They did lose away at Sheffield United as well. Head-to-heads look like this. Last time they played at the CBS on the 13th of January 2024 was a home win for Coventry, 3-1 that day. 0-0 draw between the sides on the 20th of September 2025. 1 win for Coventry, 3 draws, 3 wins for Leicester City. I think Coventry get back to winning ways in this one. I'm going to go for a similar scoreline to what it was back when they played at the CBS 2 seasons ago. I'm going to back Coventry to win this. I'm going to go 2-1, not 3-1 though. I think it'd be a bit of a tighter game, this one, than last time. Leicester usually are always in the games. You watch, they'll get spanked now by like 6-0 or something. But I'm going to go Coventry 2, Leicester 1 here, and Coventry narrowly get over the line in the derby. Ipswich Blackburn is one of the other 12:30 kickoffs that we have at Portman Road. Ipswich doing very, very well for themselves in the playoff places. Currently sit 3rd in the Championship table at the moment. Blackburn drawn 4 out of their last 5 matches. A loss against Wrexham. They haven't won in their last 5 as well. That loss to Wrexham came in the middle of those draws. Head-to-head record, they did draw 1-1 back on the 2nd of December. 20th of September still says a 3 o'clock kickoff, which we know is wrong because that has been played. And it was a 1-1 draw. Ipswich did win this game on 29th March 2024, 1-0 away winners that day. They also did beat Blackburn in a thriller at Portman Road 4-3 last time they did play at Portman Road. 5 wins for Ipswich, 5 draws, 5 wins for Blackburn. Bit of a tough one to score this. I think Ipswich will win this. I'm going to go for another 3-1 scoreline. I think Ipswich will quite comfortably get over the line at Portman Road. They're really starting to click into gear now under Kieran McKenna, and I could see a 3-1 home win for Ipswich Town against Blackburn in this one. So, Ipswich win quite comfortably here. Watford take on Millwall then at Vicarage Road in our last 12:30 kickoff. Watford got absolutely battered away at Bristol City last time out. So did Millwall, away at Burnley. Both 5-1 scoreline. So one team's going to do better here. 5th versus 6th in the Championship. Proper playoff crunch clash, this one. And they did play earlier in the season. Was a 1-0 home win for the Lions in that one over the Hornets. 2-1 away with for Millwall over Watford. in early 2025 last year. 9 wins for Watford, 4 draws, 7 wins for Millwall. 5th versus 6th, as I said. Watford's home form is pretty handy. I'm going to back them to win this. I'm going for a nice 2-0 home Watford win. I think they're really, really good at home under Javi Gracia since he's come through the door. So, yeah, Watford, I think, will win this quite comfortably, I have to say. I think they will win this by 2-0 over a Millwall side that I do think they are dropping off a little bit, but their form doesn't really say that in the league, but I just think they might drop off now. Anyway, but yeah, 2-0 Watford here. Charlton Sheffield United is the first of a few 3 o'clocks. We've got less 3 o'clocks this week due to the 5:30 kickoff, which we'll speak about shortly. Charlton Sheffield United is the first of 3 o'clockers at the Valley. Charlton did lose to Chelsea by 5-1 in the FA Cup. They can scrap that out of their minds, and hopefully Sheffield United can scrap that 4-3 defeat at home to Mansfield out of their minds, as well as they were starting to pick up. They lost in a bonkers game to Wrexham on Boxing Day, but they have been pretty good recently, it has to be said. Charlton did win this fixture back at Bramall Lane on the 20th of September. Scrappy 1-0 win away for Nathan Jones' side. Could we see the same at the Valley potentially this time around? 3 wins for Charlton, 1 draw, 2 wins for Sheffield United. Charlton have been on some horrible form, sit 19th, Sheffield United sits 16th. Charlton could go level on points with Sheffield United if they did win this at the Valley, of course. Sheffield United have scored 40 goals in the last 5 matches. They are quite high scorers, are Sheffield United. That is why I'm going to back them by 3-2 away from home. I think this could be quite the bonkers game, to be honest. I think Charlton will want to go for this and will want to get the win, but I think Sheffield United, with their good form recently, will just come out on top in this one. I'll go for a goal fest, 3-2 to Sheffield United, which is not like a Nathan Jones game. Now to Matt Bloomfield's first game in charge of Oxford United as they take on Bristol City. He didn't keep Luton up last year, and he'll be looking to keep Oxford up this year, will Matt Bloomfield here at the Kassam. They take on a Bristol City side that will be full of confidence after battering Watford by 5-1 in the FA Cup recently. Oxford did win on penalties away at MK Dons, of course, but it's not the best result in the world. They have beaten Southampton in the last 5, which was a good solid result in there for them. Head-to-heads look like this. They did beat Bristol City by 3-1 back on the 21st of September last year, of course, earlier in the season. 2 wins for Oxford, 1 draw, 3 wins for Bristol City. Back at the Kassam last season was a 1-1 draw. Between the sides, Bristol City sit 10th, Oxford sit 23rd. They're going to need a result, and I think they're going to get it. I'm going back a 1-0 home Oxford win over Bristol City here. I think Matt Bloomfield's side gets a scrappy 1-0 win to start his new reign off as Oxford manager, of course. And yeah, Oxford to win this by 1-0 and get a vital 3 points. Preston versus Derby now then, as Preston will be looking to continue this playoff charge that they are currently on and will be looking to take it into the second half of the season, of course, and into 2026. Back-to-back losses for Derby at home to Wrexham and at home to Leeds. Leeds in the FA Cup, of course. We will be taking Leeds on next time around, of course, as well. Derby did beat Middlesbrough. They're only winning the last 5. Preston's only winning the last 5. Came with a 3-0 home win over Sheffield Wednesday, 2-0 away win at Bristol City. Preston did lose at home to Wigan in the FA Cup, which wasn't a great result for them. 1-0 away win for Preston over Derby back on the 20th of September earlier this year. Last time to play at Deepdale was in the 2024-25 season, was a 1-1 draw between the two sides, and Derby did beat Preston in between that by 2-0 in the 24-25 season reverse fixture as well. 4 wins for Preston, 5 draws, 11 wins for Derby. Derby do have quite a good record away at Preston, and I'm going to back John Eustace's side to get over the line here. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Derby away win. Scrappy win for John Eustace's side, but I think they will get over the line in this one, and yeah, I think Derby can get over the line in this one and beat Preston, even though they are looking pretty handy at the moment of Preston. Sheffield Wednesday, Portsmouth, and Portsmouth do have an absolutely honking record against Sheffield Wednesday, so it could be one of them games that Sheffield Wednesday can pick up some points in, although they have lost 3 on the trot, but that's to be expected with what's going on there to Preston to QPR, and then losing to Brentford, which they did put up a decent performance in, only lost by 2-0 in that one. Back-to-back losses for Portsmouth, conceding 9 goals in those games, except 4 of those were to Arsenal and I think 3 of them were set pieces. They've got to really sort out the set pieces under John Bassino, because that could be what gets them relegated at the end of the day. They've got to be winning these sort of games, though, if they are to stay up, and I'm not sure Portsmouth are going to do it. Sheffield Wednesday have brilliant head-to-head records: 4 wins, 3 draws, 0 wins. For Wednesday, for Portsmouth, 0 wins, sorry. 2-0 away win for Wednesday back on the 20th of September as well. Brilliant away win. For Sheffield Wednesday, I think it's their only win this season. Yeah, it is, away at Pompey. I'll go back a draw in this one. I think Sheffield Wednesday are going to pick up some points, or some point, I should say. I think they will get a 1-1 draw out of this one against a poor Pompey side at the moment under John Bassino, and that away form isn't particularly great either, is it? So, 1-1 between Sheffield Wednesday and Portsmouth here. Now to St Mary's, where Southampton take on Hull City. Southampton will be looking to win this. They haven't had a great run of it. They did beat Doncaster last week in the FA Cup, but that's nothing really to shout about at the moment, with how Doncaster are going in League One as well. Hull did draw at home to Blackburn, won that one on penalties in the FA Cup. 2 weakened squads, it has to be said. They did lose at Stoke, at home to Stoke in their last league game. They did beat Middlesbrough, and they did beat Brom recently as well. They did draw away at Wednesday, which isn't great. 7th versus 15th. Southampton ranked 6th in the XG table. XG gets you nowhere, though, as we know. Hull have won the previous 2 games against Southampton on the 20th of September 2025, and a nice 2-1 away win with Liam Senior in charge on the 20th of February 2024. Southampton did win back at the MKM 2 seasons back by 2 goals. 7 wins for Southampton, 1 draw, 3 wins for Hull City. Actually going to back Southampton to win this. They are due a win under Tonza Records. So, yeah, I am going to bet Southampton to win this. I'm going to go for a 2-1 scoreline. I think Hull are a decent side. So, yeah, I think it might be a bit more of a struggle for Southampton compared to the teams they've played at, like Leicester, Birmingham, West Brom, that they've just rolled over at St Mary's this season. So, yeah, back in the 2-1 Southampton win here. Stoke QPR now then, and Mark Robbins' Stoke still sit just outside those playoff places at the moment. And the bet's 365, 3 wins on the trot for them. They beat Hull, Norwich, and Coventry in the FA Cup. Coventry was the FA Cup result in there as well. West Ham did beat QPR. Good spirited performance for Queen's Park Rangers and Julian Stefan's side. In that one, did beat Sheffield Wednesday. Only team they've beaten in their last 5 is Sheffield Wednesday. For QPR, of course, yeah, they have beat Leicester in their last 5 matches by 4-1 in the Championship, of course, which was quite a while ago now, it has to be said. Leicester did play on the 20th of September 2025, was on a 1-0 home win for QPR over Stoke. 7 wins for Stoke, 6 draws, 8 wins for QPR. Stoke did beat QPR back at the bet 365 last season. Stoke sit 8th in the table, QPR sits 11th. Stoke should get over the line, but there's only 2 points separating these two sides. I'm just going to back Stoke to win this. I'm going for another 2-1. May sound a bit boring, but yeah. I'm going to back Stoke again in this one, just to get over the line by 2-1 over a QPR side under Julian Stefan that have definitely stepped off the boil in recent weeks in terms of their Championship form. Final 3 o'clocker is Wrexham versus Norwich, then as Philip Clement's side go to the racecourse. Wrexham been on really, really good form at the moment, beating Forest in their last match in the FA Cup on a penalty shootout. Norwich did beat Walsall by 5-1 in the Cup. They did lose at home to Stoke, though, in the league. They've been really inconsistent in the league of Norwich City, but they still do sit inside that bottom 3 at the moment. Head-to-head record looks like there's only one head-to-head game. It was a 3-2 away win for Wrexham over Liam Manning's Norwich back then. Can Norwich get an away win here at the race? Because Wrexham's home form has been similar to their away form this season. I thought their home form would be superior to their away form. Yeah, I think Wrexham should win this at home, but I'm going to go for a tight result. I'm going to go for a scrappy 1-0 lastminute.com Wrexham winner, because that's what seems to happen in every Wrexham game, I think, at the racecourse. So yeah, going to back a 1-0 home Wrexham win in this one over Norwich here. And into the 5:30 kickoff we go then, where Swansea take on my team, Birmingham. We are absolutely shocking away from home, so don't be surprised if we lose this by 3-0. I don't think we are going to lose it by 3-0 because we're taking on a bit of a weaker side away from home, winning our last 2 matches over Coventry and Cambridge. Well, it should have been a much easier result if James Beadle didn't decide to have Poppard on wrists. Yeah, Swansea are at home in this one. 5:30 kickoff in front of the Sky camera. 17th versus 14th. Swansea would leapfrog us if they did win this one. They did draw against West Brom in the cup. Their last game in the league was 2-1 defeat away at Millwall. Before that, there was back-to-back wins over West Brom and Oxford. Yeah, we were limited on players at the moment, and Lyndon Dykes and Keshi Anderson have just gone out the door as well. Swansea are going to win this quite comfortably. Don't see us scoring at all. Swansea 2, Birmingham 0. Yeah, this is just because of Birmingham's away form. Absolutely dreadful it is. Swansea will win this easy 2-0. I don't think Chris Davies doesn't like to put up a fight away from home, but I'm happy for him to prove me wrong. Yeah, Swansea 2-0 here. Thank you very much for watching my Game Week 27 Championship predictions. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and I'll speak to you on the next one, which will be Premier League predictions tomorrow. It will be earlier tomorrow. So don't forget to stay tuned for that, and I'll speak to you on the next one.